You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
Tuned in to the best, and that's no other than G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy, support good content at all times. All social media is in the description box, and please hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. This is the official breakdown and prediction video for Dillian Whyte versus Joseph Parker, July 28th, 2018 at the O2 Arena. Huge card, and this is a good main event. I know it's been a topic of discussion whether this is a quality main event, whether this is worthy of pay-per-view status out there in the UK, but I think both fighters have put in enough work, and I think they both deserve the billing. Now, anybody that's new to the channel, I do keep track of my predictions. So as of right now, I am 19-1 with 3 draws in prediction videos. So G5 Jeff TV usually gets it right over here. If you need to take a look back at the channel, check out the prediction videos, you can definitely do so. Now, this is a very, very interesting fight. This is an important fight for both guys, but I don't feel like it's a must-win fight for both guys. But the winner of this fight will definitely propel themselves into another title fight. And hell, there's only 2 champions, either Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. So it's a paycheck at the end of the day, and it's a chance to get the championship of the world. So for the people that's new to the channel, usually how I do my prediction videos is I'll break down each fighter individually, strengths and weaknesses. Then I break down what I think might happen in the fight, and then I give you my official prediction. But I'm actually going to start off with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, now I'm from the States. Now, Dillian Whyte doesn't have a lot of fans in the States. A lot of people don't really look at Dillian Whyte as a top flight heavyweight. A lot of people in the States don't even think that Dillian Whyte is that talented. But I've said this in previous videos that I think the opposite. I might be one of the few people in the States that actually fuck with Dillian Whyte. I fuck with him heavy. I love his determination. I love his spirit. I love his attitude. He got dog in him. Great body puncher for a heavyweight. Name is the Body Snatcher, so, you know, we get that. And I think he's a good fighter. Point blank, period. I don't care who in the U.S. don't like it. If they want to talk about it and argue about it, we can definitely do so. He's a lot more talented than a lot of these heavyweights in the U.S. right now. Dillian Whyte, see, I usually pull the lab coat out and I break down a whole bunch of tape. I didn't break down a whole bunch of tape for this fight. All I did was rewinded the Dillian Whyte Lucas Brown fight. That's the only fight I watched in terms of Dillian Whyte. That's the only fight I needed to watch in terms of Dillian Whyte. And the reason why I only watched the Lucas Brown fight is if you ask Dillian Whyte how he would go about a fight, if he had to pick one fight of his where if he had to craft out the rest of his fights, if he could fight in one particular way, how would he fight? He would probably pick the Lucas Brown fight. Number one, Dillian Whyte was under control. He was under control. He was not overly emotional He went in really business-like, surgical, I would say, and he slowly picked Lucas Brown apart. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that Lucas Brown is the best opponent. I'm not saying that. But in boxing, you have to get rid of the person that's in front of you. If you a 1,000-to-1 favorite, or if it's a 50-50 fight, you have to get rid of the person in front of you in order to move forward. Okay? So Dillian Whyte did what he had to do. In that fight against Lucas Brown, he threw a really good jab. Now, also, he threw that jab and then he went right to the body. He was consistent with the body work. And with him being consistent with the body work, it allowed him to open up the head shots. Once the head shots started opening up, Lucas Brown got cut. And it was pretty much downhill from there. But, he picked and chose his spots, got his shots off, and then got out of the way. He didn't stay in the pocket too long. And he slowly started breaking Lucas Brown down and really took the role of a boxer puncher, a controlled boxer puncher. Now, Dillian Whyte, he doesn't do anything excellent. He does a lot of things good. He has solid hand speed for a heavyweight, solid foot movement for a heavyweight. I do feel like he can fight any style. He can box, and we all know that he can brawl, and he got some dog in him, and he can get down and dirty if he needs to. But the main thing with Dillian Whyte is if he is under control emotionally, he is a very, very good fighter compared to if his emotions get the best of him. And if you need an example of the emotions getting the best of him, Derek Chisora. He won that fight. I think it was by like split decision. But that was a fight that he could have made a lot easier than what it was. He made that into a 12-round all-out war. And for what? He's way better than Derek Chisora. And he knows that. And he made that fight more difficult than what it had to be. And I think that was really the fight that really opened up Dillian Whyte's eyes in terms of him and his approach from a mental aspect and from an emotional aspect when he walks into the ring. Now, that's all I'm going to give y'all in terms of Dillian Whyte, but that's basically Dillian Whyte in a sense, okay? Now, I'm going to move on to Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker, the only fight I queued up for him was the Anthony Joshua fight. Now, Joseph Parker is coming off of a loss to, arguably the best heavyweight in the world in Anthony Joshua. And Joseph Parker showed me a lot of different things in that fight from a technical standpoint, but I was highly disappointed with Joseph Parker. Highly disappointed with Joseph Parker. I'm going to tell you why. Because Joseph Parker had the physical tools and the boxing ability to beat Anthony Joshua. Let me make that perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. All the attributes, he had them all to beat Anthony Joshua. And I'm watching that fight, and Anthony Joshua is not doing anything special in that fight. Joseph Parker is doing everything humanly possible to set up big shots that could possibly hurt Anthony Joshua. He was throwing shots to the body, jabs to the body, jabs to the head. He was feinting. He was moving. He wasn't staying in the pocket. He did everything that he had to do to set up the money shots. And he just did not throw any power shots, and he did not let his hands go. And I'm like, why? I'm like, it's a unification fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. And I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting some more for him to throw the kill shots, and he never threw the kill shots. He landed one good right hand against Anthony Joshua that hurt Anthony Joshua in that 6th round, and I don't even think he threw it on purpose. I think Anthony Joshua really just ran into the shot. But that was the only time Joseph Parker actually hurt Anthony Joshua. Now, mind you, the judges was shit. That was possibly the worst referee I ever seen in a fight, especially in a championship fight. I hope he doesn't do any more fights, period. That referee was horrible. Messed up the whole flow of the fight. But Joseph Parker missed out on a great opportunity, and I'm pretty sure he regrets his performance because it was right there for him. It was set out for him to fight a lot better than what he did against Anthony Joshua. Now, the old Mike Tyson saying is you have a game plan until, you get punched in the mouth. But Joseph Parker ain't get punched in the mouth that much in that fight. So, he can't really get that back unless he gets a rematch. But I was just highly disappointed in Joseph Parker. But Joseph Parker is a very good fighter, technical fighter. He is a good fighter. He has really good foot movement, good hand speed for a heavyweight, really good hand speed, and he's technically very sound. He is technically very, very sound. And, he fought Andy Ruiz. Some people thought he lost to Andy Ruiz. I thought that he beat Andy Ruiz. But that was an interesting fight going into it because they sparred, and I think Joseph Parker said he couldn't eat for like 3 days because his jaw was messed up from Andy Ruiz. I say Anthony Ruiz, my apologies, Andy Ruiz. And he went into that fight and dug that fight out. But on the surface, Joseph Parker has a lot of skill, but he doesn't carry himself like the heavyweights, how we like them. We like our heavyweights to be killers. We like our heavyweights to talk shit. We like our heavyweights to get guys up out of there. And Joseph Parker's not that guy. He's not a Deontay Wilder. He's not Anthony Joshua. He kind of looks like Joseph Parker looks like a banker. Like, he looks like Joseph Parker looks like he'll do your taxes. Like, you know what I'm saying? He looks like an accountant. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't look like a heavyweight, but he's a very, very skilled heavyweight. Very, very skilled heavyweight. Now, breaking down the actual fight, it's going to be interesting because for Dillian Whyte has to deal with the hand speed and the foot speed of Joseph Parker. That's going to be a big obstacle for Dillian Whyte. Huge obstacle for Dillian Whyte. But he's going to have an opportunity to negate that by throwing body shots. It's going to be key for Dillian Whyte to throw body shots. The key for Dillian Whyte in this fight is three things. Number one, he has to be busy. That's number one. Number two, he has to throw body shots, a lot of body shots, even if it's shots to the chest, straight down the pipe. He has to throw a lot of body shots that'll stop all that speed from Joseph Parker. And number three, with Dillian Whyte, he needs to make this into a rugged fight. Because if he sits back and just try to box Joseph Parker is the better boxer. He's the better boxer. He's the quicker boxer. So Dillian Whyte doesn't want to put himself in that position. Now, for Joseph Parker, I have more questions about Joseph Parker than I do Dillian Whyte, and I'm going to tell you why. Joseph Parker, I've never seen him in a dog fight. I've never seen him in a situation where he had to dig deep. I've never seen him in a situation where he let his hands go. I've never seen him in a situation where he has to absolutely go get it, and he went and got it. I've never seen that from Joseph Parker. So Joseph Parker needs to show those qualities in this fight. And number two, with Joseph Parker, he needs to use his hand speed. He needs to use his foot speed. Do not stay in the pocket. And he needs to frustrate Dillian Whyte. If he can frustrate Dillian Whyte, then those negative emotions is going to come out, and then Joseph Parker can capitalize off of that. Now, with all of that being said, how do I think the fight is going to go? I like to go with proven commodity. Number one, this fight is at the O2. So this is basically Dillian Whyte's backyard in a sense. Now, I think that Dillian Whyte is going to fight his kind of fight. And the key is for Dillian Whyte to stay under control emotionally. He has to stay under control. And for Joseph Parker, he needs to let his hands go and use his feet. Now, I do think Dillian Whyte is going to get in close. I think he's going to throw a lot of body shots. And another key for Joseph Parker is he needs to counter those body shots with head shots. In boxing, you don't want to trade body shots for head shots. And Joseph Parker, we don't know about his power. We don't know about his power. You know, it looks like he has enough power to keep you honest. But if Dillian Whyte can kind of walk through those Joseph Parker shots, that's going to be good news for Dillian Whyte. So, to kind of wrap this up, I do think that Dillian Whyte is going to fight his fight. I think Dillian Whyte is going to put Joseph Parker in a position where he's going to have to dig deep. He's going to have to get down in the trenches. He's going to have to let them hands go. And he's going to have to snatch this fight from Dillian Whyte. Now, do I think Joseph Parker is capable of doing that? Yes, I think he's capable of doing that. Do I think he actually will do it? I don't think so. I got Dillian Whyte defeating Joseph Parker in a unanimous decision. 116, 112, 115, 113. It's going to be a highly competitive fight. It's going to be a good fight. But I think Dillian Whyte is going to make this fight a little ugly. He's going to let them hands go. And I think he's mainly going to win this fight because he's going to outwork Joseph Parker. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments section. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.